OpenClaw just pushed version 4.9, and the main feature in this release is that your agent now has a memory consolidation system that runs in the background while you are not using it. The team is calling it dreaming, and the way it works is genuinely interesting because it borrows a concept from neuroscience, specifically how the human brain processes short-term memories during sleep and decides which ones to keep long-term. OpenClaw has had file-based memory for a while now. You have a file called memory.md, which stores your long-term facts, your preferences, past decisions, things like that. And then you have daily note files under the memory folder, one for each day. Your agent reads those files at the start of every session to get context. The problem is, over time, your daily notes pile up and your agent only loads today and yesterday automatically. Everything older than that just sits there unused. And memory.md only gets updated if you or the agent manually writes to it during a conversation. So useful patterns and recurring preferences from 2 weeks ago, a month ago, they just fade away. Nobody goes back and curates them. That is the problem dreaming solves. The dreaming pipeline runs on a schedule, by default at 3 a.m. as a managed cron job, and it works in 3 phases. The first phase is called light sleep. During this stage, the system reads your recent daily memory files, parses them into snippet chunks, ingests session transcripts into a corpus folder under memory/.dreams/session-corpus, and removes duplicate entries using Jacquard similarity with a threshold of 0.9. So if 2 entries are 90% identical, only 1 survives. This phase also records what it calls light phase signal hits, which are basically bookmarks that say this content showed up during ingestion. These signals later boost the candidate's ranking in the final scoring step. But light sleep never writes to memory.md. It just stages and records. The second phase is REM sleep. During this phase, the system looks back over the past 7 days of staged material, which is the default lookback window, and tries to find recurring themes by analyzing concept tag frequency across all the staged entries. If the same idea or topic keeps showing up across different sessions, that gets flagged as a candidate truth. It also records REM signal hits that add another small boost to candidates in the final scoring. And it writes a reflections block into the dreaming trail with its observations. The third phase is deep sleep, and this is where actual promotion happens. The system takes all the candidates from the previous phases and runs them through a scoring algorithm with 6 weighted signals. Relevance gets the highest weight at 0.30, then frequency at 0.24, query diversity at 0.15, recency at 0.15, consolidation at 0.10, and conceptual richness at 0.06. But scoring alone is not enough. Before this update, dreaming could only process recent daily notes. If you had notes from weeks or months ago, they just sat there doing nothing. The new backfill lane lets you point the dreaming pipeline at old historical notes and replay them through the same extraction process. There is also a diary commit and reset flow now. If something gets staged that you do not want promoted, or if the dreaming state gets messy for any reason, you can reset it and start fresh. And the extraction logic itself got improved in this version. The durable fact extraction now suppresses operational noise better and preserves more atomic, specific facts. So instead of promoting vague statements like user worked on a project today, it is more likely to pull out concrete preferences like user prefers early returns over nested conditionals in TypeScript. To enable dreaming on your setup, you add it to your config file under Plugins, Entries, Memory-Core, Config, Dreaming, and Set Enabled to True. You can also toggle it from chat by typing /dreaming on. And the schedule is customizable if you want it running more or less frequently than once a night. For context, no other major agent platform has anything like this right now. Claude Dispatch, which Anthropic launched in March 2026, does not have an equivalent feature. Dispatch works within a single conversation thread, and if you start a new thread, you start with a blank slate aside from whatever Claude's general memory captures separately. There is no mechanism for Dispatch to learn from your interaction patterns over time or accumulate project-specific knowledge across sessions. That is a fundamental architectural difference between the two platforms. The Control UI also got a new diary timeline view in this release. You can see exactly what your agent dreamed about, when each phase ran and which entries got promoted to long-term memory. There are backfill and reset controls built into the interface, plus traceable dreaming summaries that explain why specific facts were promoted or rejected. The dreaming trail itself gets written to a file called dreams.md in your workspace root, so you can read it directly from the terminal if you prefer that over the UI. And two CLI commands are useful here. The first is OpenClaw memory promote --dry--run, which previews what would be promoted without actually writing anything. The second is OpenClaw memory promote -explain, followed by a query in quotes, which tells you exactly why a specific entry would or would not make the cut. Version 4.9 ships some important hardening patches. The first is around SSRF protection, which stands for Server-Side Request Forgery. This is an attack where someone tricks your agent's gateway into making HTTP requests to internal network addresses or cloud metadata endpoints that it should not access. OpenClaw has had SSRF guards for a while, but 4.9 added rechecks after interaction-driven navigations. So if the browser tool clicks a link or evaluates a script that redirects to a blocked URL, the safety check runs again on the final destination. Previously, a click action could land on a forbidden URL after the initial check had already passed. That bypass path is closed now. The continued hardening in 4.9 shows security is being treated as an ongoing effort. The second security fix is around node exec injection. If you run remote nodes, those machines send output about commands they executed back to the gateway. In earlier versions, that output could potentially be injected into the conversation as if it were a trusted system message. A compromised or malicious node could feed instructions to your agent that the agent would treat as legitimate. In 4.9, remote node output is now explicitly marked as untrusted and sanitized before it enters the conversation context. There was also a patch blocking dangerous environment variables from untrusted workspace.env files, so they can no longer override core security settings. If you deploy agents for clients or share workspace configs with teammates, these fixes are directly relevant. Now, the Character Vibes QA evaluation system. This is a new feature under the QA lab that lets you run parallel tests comparing how your agent behaves across different language models. You configure a custom persona using your soul.md file, maybe a customer support agent, a technical writing assistant, or a sales qualifier, and then run the same set of test prompts against Claude, GPT, Gemini, or even a local model through Ollama. The system generates a side-by-side report comparing personality and behavioral characteristics across those models. For anyone building agents for clients, this removes guesswork from model selection. Instead of manually reading through responses and making a subjective call, you get structured, quantified results. The feature supports model selection and parallel execution, so running evals across 3 or 4 models does not take hours. The Android pairing system got a full rebuild in 4.9. The previous flow had persistent problems with stale setup codes, failed QR scans, and sessions not bootstrapping correctly after pairing completed. The new implementation clears old authentication data when you scan a new QR code, pauses automatic retry attempts when the app is in the background to save battery and avoid unnecessary reconnects, and recovers cleanly from bad pairing states instead of getting stuck in a loop. A lot of people use the Android app to manage their agents while they are away from their computer, so reliable pairing is important for that mobile workflow. There are also fixes in 4.9 for Slack, Matrix, and Telegram channel routing. If you use OpenClaw as a multi-channel messaging hub, which is how most people run it, previous versions had bugs where messages leaked between sessions or got delivered twice. Those issues are resolved now. And if you run local models through Ollama, models using the native API path can now optionally surface their thinking output in the OpenClaw interface, so you can see what reasoning chain your local model is working through as it processes a request. That was not visible before even if the model supported it, and it helps with debugging and understanding agent decisions. So looking at 4.9 as a whole, this is not a minor patch release. The Dreaming system with REM Backfill is a meaningful architectural addition that changes how agent memory works over time. The security patches show a team actively hardening the platform for production deployments. And the character vibes evaluation gives a real testing framework for anyone building custom agent personas across multiple models. The compounding effect of automatic memory consolidation is where the real value sits. An agent that gets slightly better at understanding your work every single day will be noticeably more useful in 3 months and significantly more useful in 6. That is just how incremental improvement works when it compounds. And the businesses and individuals who configure this now will have a meaningful edge over those who keep starting every agent session from a blank slate. All right, so that's it from the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.